Have you ever had a teacher whose ego almost got the whole class killed? My chemistry teacher, Mr. Holloway, decided his pop quiz mattered more than the fire alarm screaming over our heads. The whole building was already emptying out. You could hear 300 kids stampeding down the main stairwell, but Holloway just walked to the lab door, pulled it shut, and leaned against it with his arms crossed. Third false alarm this month. Some idiot keeps pulling the station by the gym. Nobody's failing my quiz over a prank. Eyes on your papers. I knew it wasn't a prank because my sister's a volunteer firefighter, and she'd spent years drilling one thing into me. Alarms don't lie, people do. A girl by the window, Priya, raised a shaking hand. Sir, I can smell smoke. We should go. Holloway didn't even glance up. Somebody burned popcorn in the teacher's lounge again. 40 seconds. Finish balancing your equations. But the smell got stronger. Not popcorn. Sharp and chemical. The kind that scratches the back of your throat. Then I saw it. A thin gray haze sliding out of the ceiling vent above the supply cabinet, curling like something alive. The kid next to me, Owen, started coughing. The alarm kept howling. That piercing two-tone shriek that made it impossible to think. Through the door's little window, I watched the hallway lights flickering. Holloway finally looked up, annoyed. Probably a tripped breaker. Old building. Sit down. That's when the smoke started coming under the door. Not drifting. Pouring. A flat gray river spreading across the tile toward our feet. Priya stood up. I'm leaving. My little brother's in this building. Sit down, or that's an automatic 0, Holloway snapped, but his voice had climbed half an octave. He was scared now. You could hear it. She walked to the door anyway and reached for the handle. I lunged out of my seat. Don't! My sister's voice in my head. Feel it first. Never pull it open. Priya froze. I held the back of my hand an inch from the metal and felt the heat pouring off it before I even touched it. Hot. Burning hot. There's fire right on the other side of that door, I said. We open it, it comes straight in. The whole class went silent except for the alarm and Owen's coughing. Holloway shoved past me. Move! I'm the adult here. He grabbed the handle barehanded, then screamed and ripped his palm back. The skin was already blistering. For 3 seconds, he just stared at his own hand like it belonged to someone else. The haze was dropping now, sinking from the ceiling toward our heads. Get low, I said. Everyone down. The prep room, there's a second door. I'd noticed it back in September. The connecting door to the prep room that Holloway always blocked with a rolling cart because he hated students wandering. I shoved the cart aside. That handle was cool. I cracked it open, clear air, and the prep room's exterior fire door at the far end glowing under a green exit sign. Go, stay low, I said, pushing kids through one at a time. Priya first, then Owen, then 6 others on their hands and knees under the smoke line. Behind us, I could hear the main door starting to bow, the paint blistering and curling off it in sheets. Holloway came last, on his knees now, cradling his burned hand, every bit of the arrogance gone out of him. We crawled through the prep room, hit the bar on the exterior door, and spilled out onto the back lot just as 2 firefighters came around the corner. The cold air hit like a slap. We were maybe 40 feet clear when the lab windows blew out behind us, a wall of orange punching through the glass, right where that main door had been. If Priya had pulled it open, the flashover would have swallowed the entire room. It started in the chemical store 1 room over, an old wiring fault in a fume hood. By the time they killed it, our whole wing was a black shell. Holloway's lab, the supply cabinet, all of it gone. He was treated for second-degree burns and questioned that same night. Turns out the front office kept a log. Twice already that year, Holloway had told his classes to ignore the alarm and keep working. This was strike 3, on paper. He resigned before they could even finish the hearing. My sister's station ran the call. When she found out it was my class, and that I'd checked the door before anyone yanked it open, the chief tracked me down at the reunification point and shook my hand in front of everyone. You just kept 11 people alive, he said. Most grown adults panic and pull.